All right, let's talk about something that, for a lot of companies, is a real source of frustration. The company intranet. You know the one. But what if it didn't have to be that way? What if it could actually be useful? Today, we're diving into how a big shift in thinking is turning these platforms from digital graveyards into powerful tools for getting work done.
So let me just ask you this straight up and be honest. Is your internet a place people actually go to connect and find information? Or is it more of a digital ghost town, a place where announcements go to disappear? If you're nodding along to that second one, hey, you are definitely not alone.
And this is really the core of the problem. You've got two completely different worlds. On one side, there's the old-school traditional way, a huge upfront cost, a massive ongoing headache for your poor IT team, and you can only use it if you're physically in the office. Then there's the SaaS model. It's a simple subscription, the provider handles all the maintenance, and your team can access it from anywhere. I mean, the difference is truly night and day. So this brings us to the solution, the hero of the story, really, the cloud-based SaaS Intranet. But what does that fancy term actually mean? Don't worry, let's break it down. It's simpler than it sounds.
SaaS. You've probably heard it a million times. It just stands for Software as a Service. And really, the name says it all. Instead of your company having to buy, build, and maintain all the complicated servers and software, a provider handles everything. We're talking hosting, security, all the updates, and they just deliver the finished working product to you, right over the internet. That's it.
I love this analogy because it just makes perfect sense. Think about it, right? You're not going to go out and build an entire office building from the ground up just so your team has a place to work. No way. You'd rent a space that's already built, fully serviced, ready to go. A SaaS intranet is that exact same logic, but for your digital workspace. You get a professional, ready-made environment without any of the messy construction.
Okay, so we get the concept. It's like renting instead of building. But what's actually in it for you and your business? Why make this switch? Let's get into the 5 key benefits that make this model so compelling.
And the benefits here are super practical. First off, getting started is fast. You can literally launch with ready-made templates in a tiny fraction of the time. It also scales, so as your company grows, the platform just grows with you. No drama. Security, handled by experts. And the updates? They happen automatically in the background. But maybe the biggest deal of all is that these things are built from the ground up to actually help your team work together better.
So the benefits are pretty clear, but how do you actually pick the right platform for your company? There are a lot of options out there, so let's switch gears from the why this is a good idea to the how you can make a smart choice.
Now, before we dive into the steps, I want you to just look at this number, 80%. Take a second and think, what do you think that represents in today's workforce?
That is the percentage of the global workforce that is not sitting at a desk all day. We're talking about your frontline employees, your teams out in the field, your remote workers, and that single stat changes everything. It means that if your internet doesn't work perfectly on a phone, it's basically already broken. Mobile access isn't a nice-to-have feature anymore. It's absolutely essential.
So with that in mind, how do you pick the right one? Well, it breaks down into 4 key steps. First, and this is crucial, you've got to identify your needs. Talk to your people. Find out what problems you're actually trying to solve. Then you can decide on the features. Focus on things that will make life easier. You know, like a great search function and tools that connect with software you already use. Step 3 is all about the money. Look past the sticker price, check for hidden fees, and make sure the vendor has your back with solid support. And finally, plan for onboarding. A brilliant new tool is useless if nobody uses it, so you need a real plan for training and rolling it out smoothly.
Okay, so you've launched your new intranet. The job's done, right? Well, not quite. The real test is proving that it was worth the investment. So how do you actually measure success and show that this thing is paying for itself? Making the business case really comes down to tracking 3 key areas. First up, user adoption. Are people actually logging in? Are they using it, interacting? Second is efficiency gains. Are people finding information faster? Is it cutting down on endless email chains? And third, good old cost savings. How much are you saving on IT support and other software licenses? If you track these things, you'll have undeniable proof of your return on investment.
Because at the end of the day, this isn't really just about an intranet. It's about your entire digital workplace. So the real question I want to leave you with is this. Is the digital world you've built for your team ready for what's next? Is it truly built for tomorrow? Thanks so much for tuning in.